Hey y'all, this is Marley K. I want to talk to y'all today because I just read Papa is running for re-election. And the only reason he was elected to begin with is because he conned Black people, African Americans in particular, not just Black people, African Americans, because we know a lot of immigrant Blacks vote Republican for a variety of reasons. I ain't even talking about them. I'm not even concerning myself with anybody. This is Black family, African American family business, and that's what I want to talk about. This man has put forth and had passed 3 crime bills that have devastated the African American community. He is the reason so many African American men at the federal and state level are incarcerated or have criminal records, because a lot of states modeled their crime bills after the federal crime bills to be just as punitive to Black men in a different form, a legal way, like they did pre-Jim Crow. This man is the reason why we don't know what a woman is today, because he was the one that said he supported gay marriage, and they abandoned defending DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act, which allowed the act to be challenged by the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court struck it down, said it was unconstitutional. So during the Obama administration, he was the one that pushed President Obama, or forced President Obama, to do this. If you can't tell this man is the beast or part of the beast system, I don't know what to say about you if you're African American. This man had the Lift Every Voice Act, and he lifted everybody but us. Our voices were silenced. He told us that if we didn't vote for him, we ain't Black, on a Black radio station. And Black folks still voted for him. This man told us he did not agree with defunding the police. He was going to give them more money. He told us that before he even got elected, in our face, on national television. And Black people still went out and voted for him. They thought Trump was so bad. Not that he ain't now, don't get me wrong. But we like our racism subversive. We don't like overt racism. So we'll take the racism and the discriminatory practices. As long as it's hidden, as long as it's nice, we'll take it. That's basically what we say when we vote for people like this. This man withdrew from Afghanistan and left people over there. Started a war. As soon as he got out of one war, he shifted the resources to the other war that we're still in. He placed a bunch of anti-Black people in his cabinet who have crafted policies and supported him in all his anti-Black endeavors. He put forth a hate crime bill for Asian Americans when African Americans for 400 years have been the victims of hate crime, the face of hate in this nation, or victims of hate. And we have no protections after he promised us he had our back. Didn't he tell us he had our back? He said we had his back and he was going to have ours. He had a knife to stab in our back. That's what he had. This man, over the last 3 years, has played a pivotal role in building, installing, ensuring this beast infrastructure is funded and instituted. Now you see why he wanted to hire the 87,000 IRS agents with guns. He signed the bill for the CBDC to be formed and investigated. The digital dollar, the digital currency. He made sure that we got internet. The roads raggedy as hell. But y'all got internet so we can be ensnared in this beast system. You got free phones. You're getting free tablets. You're getting free laptops. They still setting up them little tents at the Dollar Generals and Family Dollars and black communities giving that stuff out. Just saw it the other day. He is a little antichrist. That's what I call him. He's a little antichrist. He's not the one, but he is one. Lastly, he's Catholic. He's friends with the Pope. He's doing their bidding. He's a friend of WEF. He does their bidding. All these high-profile, anti-black, authoritarian groups that have been around for ages that folks love to call conspiracies, but now we can see outwardly like what they've been doing for the last 50 years, 70 years, 100 years. He's one of those. Why y'all supporting him again? Why are we even having this conversation? Why is he so comfortable announcing that he's going to run for re-election unless he's sure that black people, that they can count on black people? Because there ain't enough white people who will support him, because white people like their overt racism, which is why they voted for Trump over Papa. They don't like the covert racism. They don't like it slipped into policies. They don't like, giving out free phones and stimulus checks and stuff. They want you to be racist. They want you to say stuff like Trump said. And I don't have no problem with that. I like my racist overt too, so I know who you are. I don't like closet ones. But I'm smart enough to know the overt and covert racist and how they move. A lot of people do not. Papa is an overt racist, but he has learned how to dress up his racism and put it in policy, which is more dangerous in my opinion. But he's representative of the Democratic Party in general, because the Democratic Party practices covert racism. When the party switched, they had to switch tactics. I don't know why people don't remember that the Democratic Party was the party that allowed the Reconstruction era to end. Here it is almost 100 years later or so, and we're back in the same boat. The Democratic Party is ending the Reconstruction era again for African Americans, and this time they have replaced us with the tokens who can be or can pass as white, or who they've grandfathered in. The Asians, the Hispanics, Syrians, the Ukrainians, Europeans who wanted to migrate here. Anybody but the black. I don't know why people are still voting anyway, African American people. Like, we're not getting anything from this system, so you might as well check out of it. The man told you he don't believe in police reform. In fact, he wants to give police more money, and he's giving them more money, and he's going to give them more money in 2024 because they need to keep y'all under control. They need to round y'all up and collect y'all because they fear us. They fear our men because our men will rebel, and our youth are rebelling. What they don't fear is our women. And they need our women. They need black wombs so they can make more babies. They need us. That's why you see all these videos online about the swirl society, interracial couples. America cannot survive without black people. We keep them afloat with the criminal justice system. We keep them afloat with the child welfare system. We keep them afloat with the public education system. White teachers teaching black children, white police officers surveilling black people in black communities, drug enforcement, white, mostly white officers chasing black people down about drugs that they put into our communities. Child support system. Judges have jobs, clerks of courts have jobs, child welfare agencies, children and family services, administrators, they have jobs because they found ways to use child support to keep them employed. As black women get child support checks, they don't understand that the system takes some of the man's money as well and gives it to themselves. So while you get a little bit, the whole system stays afloat. We're divided. Black men don't like black women. Black women don't like black men. Black children suffering. And they've set up a system to basically sustain itself. Living in separate households, can't afford to live by ourselves. Or if we can afford to live by ourselves, we're basically debt slaves. Student loan debt, car debt, mortgage debt. Barely making it. Hood rich. That's how they want us. These people have set up this system so that we will never prosper. We will never have wealth. We will never be protected. And so his reelection announcement to me is a slap in the face. It's disrespectful. It is a sign that we don't care about you. We know y'all so good. We know y'all ain't gonna do you know what. So y'all need to really investigate the Democratic Party. Go back to the Reconstruction era. Because the people in the party changed, but the party name did not change. Go back to pre-Reconstruction era and see how it ended. It ended because the Democratic Party allowed the racists to take over and run black folks out of their positions and reclaim what we had fought hard for. And they do the same thing today. They don't fight today in the South just like they did not fight in the South at the end of Reconstruction. It's the same exact thing. They did a handshake, an informal agreement to neglect us. And we're still living the end of the Reconstruction era today. And no matter what they talk about for civil rights, what happened during the civil rights era, all of the things that we fought for have either been rolled back or have been co-opted by other subgroups of white people and people of color, not African American people of color, the people of color, the brown people of color. So we have nothing. We don't have nothing. We just have hopes and dreams in air. So you can go out and vote for these people. You can work for these campaigns. You can do whatever you want to do. You're not going to benefit nothing. Look at Georgia. They touted Stacey Abrams. Nothing has changed. You got people elected. What are they doing for you? Nothing. All these voter registration folks that be on TV every election cycle, every national election cycle, they traveling all across the country getting black people to vote instead of giving black people money so they can do stuff that they need to do for their own communities. Just go vote, and then once you vote, we don't see you until the next time we need you. Y'all got to wake up. This game old. This a Ponzi scheme. They robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're taking from the bottom to give to the top. Ain't nothing gonna stop until this thing completely falls apart. We own the Titanic. Half of the ship is already in the ocean. All you see is the tip part. The people on the top playing the violin. It's time for black people to wake up. African Americans, y'all need to wake up. Come out of her. I don't want to hear nothing about who we gonna do the work, the lesser of two evils. Evil is evil. Ain't no good evil. What you talking about? You sound crazy. We not supposed to play with evil. We supposed to flee evil. We supposed to bind evil, not vote for it and hope it don't hurt us. Evil gonna hurt you if you keep on playing with it. So ain't no lesser of no two evils. Flee evil. Come out of her, African American people. I don't care who runs for re-election, no time. It does not matter at this point because the deck is stacked against us. We are not going to win this game because it relies on us to be a permanent serf class. And that is what they have solidified over these last 3 years. They've made sure the Hispanic population has money. They've made sure the Asian folks have money. They've imported all the immigrants that they want to have here legally and illegally. They're letting them come across the border. And not only that, I don't know if y'all understand what kind of people are coming across the border. This country is surrounded by enemies. Not saying that they shouldn't be, because America has been savage and dirty and done a lot of stuff to a lot of people. But there are people coming across this border who are, in my opinion, sleepers. When it's time to hit the switch, those folks are going to do what they do. They're going to destabilize this nation, and this nation is going to see conflict. You're not going to have to worry about a war in Ukraine or Afghanistan or wherever, Sudan, because war going to be here. So while you are helping these folks get reelected so they can get rich, so they can do their pappy's bidding, they don't care about you. They don't care about us. What you better do is understand you are the savior on this earth that you've been looking for. And the best thing that you can do right now is worry about your soul, worry about your eternal life, and try to prepare to sustain ourselves so that we can endure to the end until we are rescued out of this place. Because other than that, no vote is going to save you from what's coming. If Papa ain't showed you in 3 years he don't care about you, I don't even know what to say. My daddy is 70 something years old, and he even got sense enough to see, and he lived through Jim Crow in the dirty South. He said he ain't voting. Now, if my daddy is 70 years old and talking about how sick and tired he is of nothing changing, and he's still working and dealing with racist people in this racist system, like what is wrong with the people behind it? Are we so comfortable? We had it so good that we can't see and experience and feel the heat on our butts? Wake up, African American people. It's time for us to come together. It's time for men to take their rightful places and lead our community. And it is time for women to stand down, stop being feminist, and get in line. Because what's coming, we are not going to be able to survive separated. We're not going to be able to sustain ourselves divided. There is no way women are going to be able to endure what's coming. And some of us going to have to make some tough choices. We're going to make some decisions that you did not want to make because you believed in a system and a social order that was not meant for you. So I just wanted to say, y'all better not vote for Papa. Research the Democratic Party's history and their history of anti-blackness. Research how they abandoned us during the Reconstruction era. Research these last 3 years and see how they've done nothing for us. Every time, every turn they could make, and they had an opportunity to do something for us, they did something for somebody else, intentionally neglecting us. So now they've solidified our place as fourth class citizens in this country. Trust me, like Dr. Claude Anderson said, if they didn't do nothing for us when we were number 2, they ain't going to do nothing for you for sure when you were number 4. Because now you got white people at the top of the social hierarchy, then Hispanics, then Asians, give or take, second, third place. Fourth place for sure are African Americans. So just because you doing good and you living good, collectively, our people are fourth class citizens. And as soon as the powers that be give these folks the permission to hit the switch, those of y'all who doing good, you ain't going to be doing good either, because they're going to take your positions and give them to the tokens. They're going to take your money because this system got to switch over to digital money, and so you ain't going to have your money. So while you are believing in the system and working hard and your education, you better remember your history, because it's about to repeat itself. In order for America to stay afloat, they have to have a serf class. And Black folks, we are it. All right. Well, this is Marley K. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my Odyssey channel so that if I get booted off of this channel, I can still communicate with you. All of the videos that are on this channel are on Odyssey. They're not on Rumble for whatever reason, so I don't give out Rumble information anymore. But subscribe to my Odyssey channel. And I have another topic that I want to talk to you about, and it is about the Kennedy man that is getting ready to run for president. I have an interesting video that I want to share with you from Allison McDowell. She has a channel on YouTube, but I've been following her for years. And she's into all of this New World Order stuff in a way that is mind blowing. But, if you think I'm anal, Allison is on it. So I'm going to share a video with you all from her about Mr. Kennedy, and it ties into the Democratic Party, so you can understand why we need to come out of this system. All right, y'all, take care. Get politics out of your system because it's not working for you. It's not working for any of us. It's never going to work for us because it was not made for us. Take care, y'all. I'm out.